I honestly thought Nothing was kidding when they leaked this. The entire identity of a Nothing phone has always been that see-through transparent back. You knew exactly what phone someone was holding from across the room. But with the Nothing 4A Pro, they changed all of that. So instead of a plastic fishbowl, we get an aluminium unibody with just a tiny glass of window left for the camera island. It sounds like a total identity crisis, but after using it for the last couple of weeks, I actually think this is the best mid-range phone they have ever made. For $22.99, it's practically daring you to buy an iPhone 17e instead. Here's why you probably shouldn't. So let's talk about this metal body. It's going to be divisive for sure to Nothing fans, and they might even hate it for straying too far from the signature transparent look. But to be honest, after using it for the last couple of weeks, I don't think it's too bad. I have the pink version here, but it's more of a grayish purple and pink depending on how the light hits it. The metal unibody also brings benefits over the build quality. It's Nothing's thinnest phone at under 8mm, and they have increased the bend resistance by up to over 40% from the 3A Pro, and also has an IP65 rating, so a little dunk in the water won't kill it. The transparency hasn't disappeared entirely, it's there on the camera island, and I really like the contrast between the smooth metal body and the 3D transparent camera module. Now, even mid-range phones these days have great displays, and Nothing usually nails this path, so it's no surprise that the 4A Pro scores well here. The screen is marginally bigger than the 3A Pro, from 6.77 inches to 6.83 inches, and the refresh rate has been dialed up from 120Hz to 140Hz, but the biggest difference is the resolution. It goes from 1080p to 1.5K AMOLED for sharper text and images, and the bezels have been trimmed from 2.35mm to 1.85mm. The peak brightness reaches around 5000 nits, so in direct sunlight, the display holds up reasonably well. Now, when you compare this to the iPhone 17e, well, there is no comparison, is there? The 60Hz 6.1-inch display of the 17e doesn't even come close to it. As for the performance, you get the Snapdragon 7 Gen 4, which is the strictly mid-range processor, which for the price of the phone is okay in my books. It's smooth for daily use, and the optimization of Android 16 and Nothing OS is spot on, so you don't really feel the mid-rangeness of the device. However, it does stutter from time to time. When you compare this to the iPhone 17e though, the A19 chip gives this Snapdragon a massive whooping, especially in single-core performance. But what is impressive about the whole setup was the lack of throttling. Nothing threw a massive 5300 square millimeter vapor chamber at the phone, and in our gaming stress test, it showed a staggering 97.5% stability, which I have not seen any phone do in all of my testing. The temps touched around 47 degrees, so it does get a bit warm to the touch, but nothing that will interfere with, long gaming sessions. The cameras are where this phone actually punches above its weight. They slapped a larger 50 megapixel Sony sensor on the main lens, and because it's physically larger than the 3A Pros, it can take in a lot more light, which is really beneficial for nighttime photography. But the real surprise is the Periscope telephoto lens. You get a 3.5x optical zoom using a new tetraprism design, the same sensor used on Nothing's flagship, the Phone 3. This is not something we usually see in mid-range phones these days. The cameras can also do 140x zoom with the help of AI, but it looks pretty bad, so I wouldn't recommend using it. Just stick to 3.5x to maybe around 10x zoom if you want to take faraway shots. The only real downgrade here is the selfie camera. Last year we had a massive 50 megapixel sensor on the front, and now it's down to 32 megapixel. You definitely notice the drop in detail if you take a lot of photos of yourself. One of the biggest changes from the 3A Pro, well, besides the camera and the display, is the inclusion of the Glyph matrix. Unlike 3A Pro's light strips, and much like Phone 3's new mini LED panel, you get 137 individual LEDs with a peak brightness of 3000 nits. You can use this for custom notifications for contacts, as well as timers, alarms, and even track food deliveries, although most of the local apps like Noon, Talabat, Smile, Kita, etc. don't feature support for it yet. All you get is Uber and Zomato, which doesn't even deliver in the UAE anymore. Then there's the Essential key, and to be honest, even after using it over several Nothing phones, I still haven't found any use for it. You can dump voice notes and screenshots and have the Essential space categorize them, but I simply don't see a purpose for it yet. Maybe you do, so let me know in the comments if you actually use it and how. I'm genuinely curious. There are other Essential features like Essential Search, Essential Memory, and Essential Apps, but they don't appear to be available in the region yet, which is a bit of a bummer. As for the battery life, is solid. The 5080 mAh pack comfortably got me through a full day of use, and sometimes even more. 50-watt wired charging gets you around 50% in about 20 minutes, and like most phones in this price bracket, there is no wireless charging, but it does have a 7.5 watts reverse wired charging if you want to top off your earbuds or something like that. Alright, let's talk about the pricing here. The Nothing 4A Pro costs $8022.99. The Nothing 3A Pro, if you can't find it at a discount, sits at around $8017.49. That $80-$550 gap is pretty massive in this this price bracket. And while the 3A Pro is still a very capable phone, for the premium you do get a better processor, better cameras, a much nicer build, a better display, and a full-fat Glyph matrix. Then there's the giant apple in the room. The iPhone 17e costs $25.99, and if you're already logged into the Apple ecosystem or just want the fastest chip in the price range, it would make sense to go for that. But pound for pound, the Nothing 4A Pro has it beat. You get a larger and better display, better and more cameras, stable performance thanks to the vapor chamber, and dare I say, a much better build quality too. But I want to hear from you. Between this and the iPhone 17e, which one would you pick? And what about the lack of full transparency? Has nothing finally gone crazy? Let me know down in the comments. Drop a like if you like this video and subscribe for more tech reviews. Until then, I will catch you in the next one.